Hey everybody, it's me. I'm coming from my backyard today. We will be doing a balancing practice today. All you need is a yoga mat and your willingness to try. So let's get started. We're going to come into a comfortable seated position, cross-legged on our mat. Make sure that your sits bones are grounding down, the crown of your head reaching up to the sky. Come wide across the chest. Try to get the spine as straight as possible. The hips, the shoulders, and the head all in line. You can take your hands and place them on your knees, either turned down or turned up, whichever you prefer. When we're with our hands like this, we're usually in a receiving position. So I'm going to stay like this today. So let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. You can go ahead and close your eyes if you'd like, or just softly gaze towards the ground. I'm going to close my eyes. Breathe in deep through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's do one more like that. Breathe in deep through the nose. Exhale audibly through the mouth. And as you sit here, see if you can focus on your breath. The expansion through the chest or the abdomen on the inhale, the contraction and the lowering of the chest and the abdomen on the exhale. When we're in chaos, we're stressed out, or just feeling like we don't know what to do, the breath is always there for us. If we just focus on every nuance in the inhale, that little pause at the top of the inhale, the exhale, and the pause at the bottom of the exhale, and the shape of the breath coming in and the breath going out. When we focus on that, then it brings us back to a sense of calm. So whatever you were working on or doing before you arrived here with me on your mat, just acknowledge that and let that go for right now. And anything that you need to do later on this evening, this weekend, next week, just leave that to the side and let that go as well. See if you can focus on being here right now in the present moment. And one way to help anchor you in the present moment is through your breath. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Then let's bring our hands together at the heart. Flutter the eyelids open. And we're here together on our mat. Hello, everybody. We're going to be doing a balancing practice today. And balance is hard right now, really hard. And we can practice it with our bodies and get a sense of what it feels like to balance everything that's going on and try to be okay with whatever happens, if we fall or if we trip or if we, wobbly. So we'll try to do that today in our practice. So let's go ahead and inhale the arms up straight, clasp the fingers, and then turn the fingers so they're upside down. We're going to stretch the arms, coming straight as possible. Relax the shoulders down. Take an inhale and exhale the arms down. So we're going to bring the right hand up, left hand down to our left side, and we're going to reach up and over. Take a deep breath into the side ribs, opening. And then see if you can kind of open even more across the chest and turn, if it's okay with your neck, to look up at your arm. Breathe in and exhale. Inhale and exhale the arm down. That's my cat here. She's going to join us today. Bring the left arm up, straight up, right arm down to the right side, and breathe into the left side of the body. Feel the side ribs expand, and exhale. And if you can, kind of twist the chest open. And if it's okay on your neck, turn the gaze to look at your arm. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale the arm down. Now we're going to take the hands and place them out in front. We want to be as straight as possible in our spine, kind of tuck the chin a little bit here. And sit right here with our chest open. Take a breath. And if this feels okay in the hips, we can kind of inch the fingers out. We want to stay wide across the chest, straight spine, no hunching over to get down. Deep breath in and exhale. Then go ahead and inhale back up. We're going to switch the cross of the legs. And take your right hand and bring it out kind of at a diagonal here to the right. Then we'll take your left hand and gently place it over the head with the hands on the right ear. On an inhale, we'll exhale the head, the ear to the left shoulder. Breathe deep into the shoulders. Those of us on computers all day, this feels really good. And then take your gaze toward your left armpit, and then see if you can gently give yourself a little pull here on the head. And you can feel that in another area of the neck and the shoulders, getting in a little deeper there. I really feel this. Don't forget to breathe. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring the hand down and the head back to neutral. We'll go on the other side now, the left side, or the opposite side you were doing before. We'll take the right hand and bring it up over to our ear, and gently that ear goes to the shoulder. Breathe in deep. All those tight muscles around the shoulders and the neck. And release. And then take your gaze down to the right armpit and gently pull the head so that you feel that sensation deeper into the neck and the shoulders. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. Deep breath. And then go ahead and come back to neutral, and we'll release from here. One other really great stretch for your neck and shoulders, again, for those of us on computers all day long, that my yoga teacher loves to share, and I want to share it with you, is bring your arms up to the side, almost like in a T, and then bring the hands out in front. Take your right hand over your left, your right arm over your left. Bend the shoulder, or bend the elbows. Bring the backs of the hands together. Make sure that your elbows are in line with your wrists. If you have the flexibility, you can clasp that right hand into the left. From here, we're going to take the arms off to the right, and then take your left ear to your left shoulder. I know it's a little like directionally challenging, but oh my gosh, this feels so good in the shoulders and the neck. Take a deep breath and then release everything. And I'll walk you through the other side. So bring the arms up to a T, then bring the hands out in front. Take your left arm over your right, bend at the elbows, and the backs of the hands come together. You can just stay here. If you have the flexibility, clasp that left hand into the right. Remember, shoulders in line with the wrists. We're going to take the hands off to the left this time, and then the right ear comes to the right shoulder. Oh my goodness. Whew, I really feel that in my shoulder. And when you feel that sensation that's like, yee, it's really good to focus on the breath. The breath will help you through it. There's a reason why they tell pregnant women in labor to breathe. And sometimes it's very hard when you're in pain, but it does help. On your exhale, go ahead and unwind everything. And we're going to come to our hands and knees in tabletop position. The wrists and the shoulders, the knees and the hips in line. Make sure that you're tucking in your navel to the spine. And we're relaxing the shoulders, extending the head and the tailbone in opposite directions. Then what we'll do here is we're going to raise the right foot and take your pinky toe and turn it in. Then raise your left arm for our first balancing posture here. We're going to take 2 deep breaths in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and then exhale, bring everything down. Then we'll take the left leg and bring that up, the toe, pinky toe again, kind of turning in toward the midline. Inhale, raise the right arm. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, lower everything down. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows while we're here. If you remember, cow is drop the belly, raise the pelvis, raise the chin. Exhale, go ahead and arch the back, tuck the tail, tuck the chin. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do that a few times at the pace of your own breath. Last round. After cat, come back to neutral. We're going to step the hands out about 6 inches. Take the fingers, spread them wide. You take your elbows and internally rotate them. Then tuck the toes. We're going to raise the pelvis up to the sky. Now you can stay on your toes, keep the knees bent. What we're looking for here is a straight line between the wrist and the tailbone. Not so much about getting the heels down as it is about a straight spine. And then after a few breaths, you can kind of pump the feet here. If you have the flexibility, raise that pelvis and then bring the heels down. Take a breath here. Then we'll inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, step the feet to the hands for forward fold. Forward fold, we want to make sure that we have a balance in our weight here, not too far back, not too far forward. Balance between the balls of the feet and the heels. And if you need, go ahead and put a slight bend in the knees. And if you're here, that's where you are today. We're not trying to strive for something where we're not today. We're just being gentle with ourselves wherever we are. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Inhale, bring the hands to the thighs for halfway forward fold. The head and the tail extending in opposite directions. Exhale, go ahead and forward fold completely. Inhale, we're going to bring the hands all the way up to standing for extended mountain. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to plant the hands and we're going to step back into plank pose. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here. Push back into the heels. Tuck the navel into the spine. If this is challenging for you, you can come down to your knees. Take another inhale, exhale. Then let's all lower the knees. We're going to exhale the hips and the torso down. Zip up the legs tight together. Then kind of tuck your tail. We're going to inhale the torso up for cobra pose. And we're going to stay here for a minute. You want to make sure that you're pushing down in the hands, but also in the legs. And then the shoulders should be relaxed, the head in line with the spine. Exhale, let's come down. We're going to inhale for cobra again. Bring the torso up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, torso up. Exhale, lower down. Then we're going to come up to tabletop. From there, step the hands out, spread the fingers wide, internally rotate the elbows, tuck the toes. We're going to raise the pelvis for downward dog. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, step the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands at the heart. Inhale, hands reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back for plank. Inhale, then exhale, knees, hips and chest lower down, elbows pointing back. Inhale, zip the legs together, lift the torso for cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we're going to push up to plank. Exhale, downward dog. From here, raise the right leg up high. We're going to bend the knee and tuck the head in. Balance here for a moment. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop the foot between the hands. We're going to come up for crescent pose. So what you want in crescent pose is that back leg strong, and you can even have the leg bent because we want to kind of tuck the tail here, slightly, not severely. Make sure the knee is in line with the heel. Inhale the arms up. Exhale here. Inhale, then exhale, lower the hands down. Step back to downward dog. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Downward dog is a really good position to remember that we have to breathe. Then on your next inhale, raise the left leg high. Tuck the knee into the chin. Then drop the foot down. Make sure that your stance is stable and we'll come up for crescent pose. This is a balancing pose. The back leg can be straight and strong, or see, I'm wobbly here. Or we can tuck it, bend it a little bit, making sure the pelvis is tucked a bit here. Inhale the arms up, exhale. Inhale, exhale the arms down, step back into downward dog. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, you can step, or let's try something different here. Bend the knees, look forward. So you're looking where you want to go, and you put a lot of weight in your hands, and we're going to hop the feet to the hands. Now, I don't make it all the way to my hands, and you probably don't either, but that's okay. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up high. Exhale, hands at the heart. Okay, so now we're going to come lengthwise to the mat. And feet are hip distance apart. You want to ground down in the feet. Balance between the balls of the feet and the heels. You want to take your knees and kind of lift them up. And this engages our quadriceps here. Make sure the hips, the chest, the chin, and the head are all in line. Once we're wide across the chest, we'll bring the arms down. Now, I want you to try from here, close the eyes. Notice, are you wobbling? Are you swaying back and forth? Or are you really grounded into the legs and your foundation so you don't move at all? Interesting. So here, go ahead and bring the hands to the hips. You're going to put weight into the left leg. Then we're going to come onto the ball of our right foot. You can externally rotate that knee and stay right here. This is balance right here. If you want to challenge the balance a little more, you can come up to the calf. I should mention you need to pick something in the distance to focus on. That will keep you from swaying. Also engage your core here. If this feels good for you right here and you want to challenge your balance even more, you can grab hold of the ankle and bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Take a breath. Again, if you want to challenge the balance even more, bring the hands up. And if you want to be really challenging yourself, and you can watch me fall here, close the eyes. Whoa. Let's see, I knew it was going to happen. Okay, if you're here or here, let's come out of the pose. Step the right foot to meet the left. We're going to again build the foundation from the bottom up. Balance between the balls of the feet and the heels. Take the knees, lift them up. Engage those quads, engage the core, wide across the chest, bring the hands down. On an inhale, bring the hands to the hips, put weight into the right foot, then come onto the ball of the left foot. And one thing I didn't mention on the other side is we want to avoid sinking into the hip that's doing all the standing. So hug everything into the midline. That means, kind of engaging the core and not resting in that hip. Then we're going to pick what we're going to focus on in the distance. Externally rotate that left leg. Bring the foot to the calf. And if you're feeling pretty good there, or actually you can stay here right on the ground, bring the foot to the calf. See, I'm more wobbly on this side. And then take the heel, if you want to challenge that, and put the sole of the foot and push it into, you're really pressing that into the inner thigh. And that's what keeps it in place. In yoga class, you might find that when you try to do this, your foot slips out. It's because you need to push into that thigh there. Once you're balanced here, you feel good, you can grow the branches of your tree. And one more step before you close your eyes, you can lift your gaze up. And then if you want, try to close the eyes. Woo, okay. Now go ahead and release that foot. Put it next to the other one. And we're gonna come to the top of the mat again. We're gonna raise the hands up, inhale up high, exhale forward fold, inhale halfway lift, exhale forward fold, plant the hands, step back for plank. Now, another thing that you can try, I'm gonna teach you real quick here, is lowering down to a half push-up or chaturanga. So if you don't want to do that, just bring the knees down, lower the hips and the torso like we've been doing. But this action of pointing your elbows back, hugging the arms in, is going to help us if we're going to try chaturanga. What you're going to do from plank is roll forward onto the toes, tuck those elbows in, and then point them to the back and slowly lower down. It's hard. It took me 8 years to kind of do that. I still challenged by it. Zip the legs together. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for plank. Exhale for downward dog. We're going to inhale the right leg high. Bring that knee to the nose. Drop the foot between the hands. We're going to take that back foot, turn it to about a 45-degree angle. We're going to plant the feet down, be solid in our foundation. Inhale up, and we're going to take the hips and try to keep them pointing forward. Then we're going to inhale the arms up high. This is, woo, see, I'm getting off balance here. This is warrior one. Then we'll inhale the hands together. We're going to try another challenging balance here. So you're going to put weight into that right foot to the right heel, and we're going to step forward a little bit here. So we're on the ball of the foot, the back foot. We're going to pick something to focus on in the distance. And we're going to stand on that right foot and bring the left foot up, flexing the foot. Then we're going to practice doing kind of like a pendulum swing. Again, we're hugging into the midline. So we're going to swing that left foot back, and the front of the body leans forward like a pendulum. And then we're going to inhale, come back up, and then do that a couple of times. Exhale, like swinging a pendulum, the foot and the body move in opposite directions. Inhale, come up. Last time. Exhale, the body leans forward, the foot goes back in opposite direction. We're hugging in here, lots of core work. Sorry, I'm like not very balanced here. Then inhale up to center, and ooh, you feel that in your hip. So we're gonna take the left foot back, go back to warrior, then exhale, bring the hands down, step back into downward dog. Take a few breaths here, centering back with the breath. Then on your next inhale, take that left leg high, tuck the knee to the nose, drop the foot between the hands, the left foot. Turn that right foot to a 45-degree angle. Get your foundation, and we're going to come up for warrior one on the other side. Hips facing forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Inhale, then exhale the arms down at a prayer position. We're going to inhale, step into that left foot, and bring the right foot to the ball of the toes or the toes. Then hug into the midline, and we're going to put all of our weight into the left foot, and that right foot is coming up off the ground. Inhale here, then exhale. We're tilting like that pendulum. The right foot goes back, the torso goes forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forward with the torso, stretch back with the right foot. Hug into the midline. We're not turning this way, we're going straight. That toe, pinky toe, is pointing toward the center like we did earlier in tabletop. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, pendulum swing. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, pendulum. Inhale, up. And step the right foot back. We're going to bring the hands down, step back into downward dog. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, bring the right leg up high. Exhale, bend the right leg, and we're going to bring the right knee to meet the right hand. You're going to flex that right foot, lower the left hip down, the left knee down, and unflex the left foot for pigeon pose. Now, if you need some support here in your hip, you can get a blanket. If you're really tight, the other thing you can do is if this is too much, you can come down to the back and do a figure 4 stretch for the hips. So we'll go back, those of us doing pigeon. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, you can come down to the forearms, or you can rest the forehead on the hands. Breathe in deep to the hip. Exhale. Inhale, breathe in deep. Exhale. Take a couple more breaths. Then go ahead and inhale. Use the strength of your hands to bring the torso up. Then tuck that back toe. We're going to push up into downward dog. And we'll do the other side. If you're laying on your back, go ahead and meet us in downward dog, or you can just switch legs while you're laying down. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee and bring the left knee to the left hand. We're going to stretch out that right leg, untuck the toe, flex that foot, and then come to a position that feels good for you. Make sure that you do what is right for your body. Again, if this is not good, go on your back and do figure 4. Then we're going to come down to the forearms, and you can stay here if this is where you want to stay, or you can make a little pillow for your forehead with your hands. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. A few more breaths. On your next inhale, use your hands to push your torso up. Untuck that back toe. Use the hands to push yourself up into downward dog. Come high on the toes. You can step or hop the feet to the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, bend the knees generously so that the chest is almost sitting on the knees. We're going to come up onto the tippy toes and slowly lower your hips down to your heels. Get your balance here. Pick something in the distance to focus on. Then we're going to extend the torso. And again, play with this. If you fall out of it, who cares? You're at home. Nobody's seeing you unless you have an audience, like my friend Marie. Bring your hands to prayer position and see if you can balance on your tippy toes. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Take the arms behind you. Lower your bottom to the mat. Lower the feet to the mat. Then we're going to come into constructive rest with the back resting on the mat, the feet on the mat, legs bent, arms at the sides. I'm going to heel toe our feet to the edge of the mat. On an inhale, take your knees, both of them down to the right. Inhale, knees up to center. Exhale, knees down to the left. Inhale, up to center. Knees down to the right. Exhale. Inhale, knees up to center. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, knees up. Heel toe the knees back to hip width apart. Then from here, stretch out your left leg. Stretch out the right leg. Take the palms, turn them up so they're facing the sky. Shimmy your shoulder blades down so that you have distance between the shoulder blades and the ears. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. Release any gripping or holding. And again, come back to the breath. And then we're just going to sit here for a few moments in corpse pose or shavasana and give ourselves a little mental break. I will cue you when it's time to come out. Bring your attention to the surface of your skin. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bend the knees and bring the feet to the mat. Then roll to your right side. Take a breath here. Then use the strength of your left hand to push you up to a seated position. You can close your eyes or softly gaze down. Bring the hands to your heart. Balance is very hard to achieve right now. Even before the pandemic, it was very hard to achieve. We can practice it physically with yoga and other activities. But the thing that brings us back to center is our breath. Remember that you always have your breath. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. May your practice benefit others. Thank you for sharing yours with me. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a really good weekend. And I wanted to practice outside because for the first time in a very long time, we have clean air. So anyway, thank you everybody.